And the key is out, and I'm just going to try and see what happens with the starter. You can bet your bottom dollar that today it will go. No, just the click. Ready? No, just the click. Ready?
What is your approach? Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel. Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel, what is your approach? Squawk 4512, pass your message.
Okay, so I'm going to take that switch out, put a new switch, and see if that makes a difference.
So what you've got here is obviously your battery.
Yep.
And this is your negative terminal. That's your positive terminal. So that's on the negative there. So if I put that to there, we should get voltage. So that's roughly what you're reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everything's off at the moment. The masters are off. No one's pushing the starter. But if we come to the outlet of the starter, so imagine that you've pushed the start button.
Yep.
That's now energized this. So at the moment there should be no power because there's no one in there. But if you look at that, look, I've got 11 volts on it. That's a bit strange.
Yeah.
But then also when you look at this, this is the outlet. So when you energize this, it makes the solenoid. The power comes from this white one across onto here, through into the starter motor. But if you look now, look, we've still got 11 volts.
Yeah.
And that's the outlet. But when you turn the master on, that disappears.
Yeah. That's weird. So this one coming from there.
That's the negative. But if you look at the positive side, so you've got the red cable that comes from here. It comes up into this, which I think is just like a terminal block.
Yeah.
For high, you know, for high amperage. Then it goes down to like a solenoid down in the bottom there.
Second.
That second unit here that I'm touching.
Yeah.
About there. So I think there's something wrong with that little guy down there.
Yeah.
And I reckon that when you hit start, that gets loads of amperage goes through that, and that breaks down. Because when you hit start, and I've got here, I've got no power.
Right.
It just goes dead. When you let go, I get power back.
Right. That cable that comes through here, the white that comes through here off the battery.
Yeah.
You say that's
a ground, that one.
That's the ground. So because that's the starter, that's the master.
Yeah.
So that's the main grounding system.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's that, even though that cable's... Oh, it's not a cable, it's a sheath.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the problem. I think it's that guy that's under there.
Okay.
That when you put loads of amperage through it, which obviously the starter motor's the highest bit that's going to draw the amount of amps, I think that breaks down.
Right.
And I wouldn't hasten to bet... I don't know why that's there. That may be the original. Did you have a different type of starter motor before?
We did have a different starter motor because we had a heavier starter motor on there.
Right, and it didn't have the solenoid
I
on
really
the side
can't remember,
of them?
but possibly.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's the case then.
What,
that
the
was
fact
a
that-
separate solenoid on its own.
Yeah.
Because in the old days of the old cars, you had the starter motor and the solenoid used to sit separately.
Okay. So in fact, we've got two solenoids that aren't talking to each other.
Well, they are both operating. When you turn it on and you push start, you hear that bottom one click. So if I take this cable off now, which that's what will energise this solenoid, if you push it now, you hear the click down there. And you get power come through.
Right.
But as soon as we go to put that on, and ask this to then obviously fire this guy up, it's shorting out.
Right. Okay.
And I wouldn't hasten to bet that if you disconnected that and connected it straight across, so it's just one solenoid, assuming it doesn't do anything else. I mean, there's nothing else attached to it. there's power from the battery, then there's power out to
Yeah.
this starter motor. So I don't think it does anything else.
So a way round could be, if I've got this right, to take the out of the one that's at the bottom there, the white one that's coming out at the bottom there,
And connect it to the battery.
so you go battery down to, so
This is a shunt, isn't it? So this gives you amperage.
yeah, so what about, what's that then? I mean, that one there that's coming from that unit,
Yeah, this white one here,
yeah,
that's the inlet of the power to this. That comes from the other side of that solenoid.
yeah,
And then the battery goes to the other side of the solenoid. So when you're hitting start, you're making two solenoids
yeah,
to
but
start the motor.
can you take that white off that one and put it directly onto the battery?
You can do, yeah, and it will work exactly the same.
But I mean, would that be a possibility?
It is, yeah, it is. But yeah, we could just take it off of there. That's not a problem. Getting to it's a problem.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm quite happy to do it. I'm just talking my way through it.
Well, it approved the point at this minute in time
Yeah,
that one, would it turn, but two, if we're getting any leakage.
yeah,
Because at the moment, you've got the master on, you put the multimeter there, we've got power.
yeah,
There's not enough amperage to obviously turn the motor, but you've got leakage there.
yeah. Because I mean
But
that.
we'd have to disconnect the battery before doing any of that.
Yeah.
If you want to give it a go. I mean, obviously run it past John, but
Yeah, I shall do. I mean, that's why I'm doing this,
Yeah.
because then, you know,
something to reference to.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that,
But that doesn't make sense.
I've just turned the cameras on. Bit of activity down in the valley, which I'll talk about in a little while. Well, there's something happened down in the mill. In as much as we got two helicopters on the ground by the mill and quite a few ambulances and police cars, so I'll keep out of their way. Well, you're probably aware of the fact that in that last video, or maybe it's earlier on in this video, depending on what I do with it, when I tried to fire up, it just clicked. We didn't know whether it was the switch, so we tried changing the switch. Didn't seem to make a difference, but it did appear that there was an old solenoid and a new solenoid, and somewhere between the two they were not actually talking to each other, breaking down. I don't know. I'm not that technically minded, but I do know that John and John worked on it, and we've isolated, or I say we, the royal we, John has isolated the old solenoid, which seemed to be being the one that was causing the problem, and it this morning seemed to be doing the trick. So we had a little bit of a tidy up. So it's really a matter of just testing today, although I have to say it's not looking that brilliant out there to see. Not that I'm going to go out to see. John Owen and the girls came over to help this morning, so I said that I would have a quick look in their direction. Battery voltage is reading 14. I've got to monitor that for a while.
Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel.
Reading you 5.
Reading also 5 on the ground station. Lovely fly past.
Thank you. Just do one orbit. We've got 2 helicopters now in the field, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Is that back at home base?
Hey, firm.
I'm waving.
I've got you. A very nice orange umbrella.
Yep, from Sophie's collection.
I'm away. Thanks for your help this morning.
No worries, fly safe.
Just checking that I've got Watersham 1258 on standby, yep. Run off the fuel from the rear for a while, I think. Well, I don't think I need the glasses for a while. In fact, they're making it worse. Last time I did this, when I was trying to find them with their horses, I was just a little bit too close in. Unfortunately, I don't have a monitor for that.
Zero downwind, go ahead.
Waterfall approach, good afternoon. Golf Charlie Romeo Alpha Romeo requesting basic service.
Golf Charlie Romeo Alpha Romeo, Waterfall approach, squawk 4511, pass your message.
Golf Charlie Romeo Alpha Romeo, check sport cruiser, one on board, shipped them back to a private strip to the east of Dunsfold. Just coming up west of Beam, Snetterton Race Circuit, 1,800 feet, 1015, and now squawking 4511, request basic.
Golf Alpha Romeo, roger, basic service, the QNH 1015.
1015 and basic service, Golf Alpha Romeo.
And heads up, I may ask you to use your full call sign later. There's another aircraft with a very similar call sign that may well pop up on the frequency shortly.
Okay, we'll continue to use full call sign, Golf Charlie Romeo Alpha Romeo.
What is your approach? Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel.
Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel, what is your approach? Squawk 4512, pass your message.
4512 coming up. I've been on a local flight and returning back to Nayland. I just wonder, are you working the two rescue helicopters that are in my circuit?
Negative.
Okay, thanks. I'll put your scorecard, but I just wanted to make sure I was clear of their activity.
Did you want a service from me or not? I don't mind.
No, it's fine. I just didn't know whether you were working their activity.
No, I'm not. I have seen them pop up on radar, but I can't see them at the moment. And you can squawk conspicuity now and continue en route. Cheerio.
Nayland traffic, Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel, 5 miles to run. I'm going to do a straight-in approach due to the helicopter activity in the circuit. Golf Echo Hotel.
Golf Echo Hotel, roger. And I thought you'd gone on route. You didn't want a service from me, confirm?
Beg your pardon, sorry, didn't change.
Roger.
Nayland traffic, Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel, 3 miles to the south, straight in approach due to helicopter activity, Golf Echo Hotel.